only making this video because I'm tired. I'm tired of being left behind. Okay? Huawei ain't even in the cell phone business like that. They just throwing stuff out there like, yo, we got the technology. I'm gonna let you see a little something. This is a phone tablet. I don't even need an iPad because my phone is an iPad or it's a phone. And it comes with headphones. You see that? Wow. Not just any headphones, special headphones. Look at that. What's that? A charging dock? Wow, what's this? Every accessory you could possibly fucking need for this phone. I'm really tired of Apple. I don't get a charger. My phone look like every other phone that I've had in the last 5 years. Okay, the new charger you came out with, now the other chargers don't work, so hopefully I got a base because you're not giving out no more of those to save the world or whatever. Like, I'm tired.
All right, so I'm making this short video. I've basically set it to 10 minutes, and I'm not going to go beyond that. So I'm saying it's short, so I'm going to keep it short, just like, usually I run over because I start ranting. But I'm going to be very, very, serious. It's like, I wanted to see by comments how many of you actually pre-ordered iPhone 16 or iPhone 16 Pro Max. It's basically the same thing. It's just a bigger screen for the most part. But that's basically why I was making this video. I already had said a long time ago, just like I said when the iPhone 15 came out, if they don't give me a 2 terabyte storage option, I'm not buying. And that's part of the reason why the last phone that I had was the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and it was a 512 gigabyte phone, because I always go for the largest possible storage that they offer, right? Right now, obviously, I have an iPhone 14 Pro Max, and it's a 1 terabyte phone because that's when they first offered the 1 terabyte storage option. I refuse to upgrade until they give us the 2 terabyte storage option. And I think what's funny is that a lot of people are arguing with me. I don't know why people feel it necessary to argue when somebody talks about what they will and will not buy with their own money that they work for. I don't know why that's necessary or why it's even possible. But the reality is, I need the storage. Like, I've got people who keep on telling me, oh yeah, we'll just use iCloud. I don't think these people understand how one of these phones works. It's like, I shoot video, just like the video I'm shooting right now. What I'm doing is I'm looking at my phone and I'm talking to iMovie, and iMovie is recording what I'm saying onto this video clip that I'm making. I make all of my videos on my phone. I don't have a MacBook. I don't want a MacBook. I have a desktop computer powerful enough to make videos, but I don't want to use the desktop computer. I can lay in bed, just like I'm doing right now, use my iPhone in my right hand, and I can make a 10-minute video that'll get views. I can sew together video clips that I shot while I was driving or while I was doing something, and I can narrate over it on my iPhone, and I don't need a Mac computer. I don't need a desktop computer. There are some people that they go out and they pour a lot of money into making YouTube videos. I'm not even going to name names because, you don't want to start no beef. But there's a lot of YouTubers I could name who have multiple millions of subscribers, and they went out and they poured a lot of money into studios. Some of them turned their apartments into studios. Some of them turned their houses into studios. They made all of these concessions, and they spent money. They spent a lot of money. They were bringing on guests, and they're doing these podcasts. And then all of a sudden, they say the wrong thing, and YouTube demonetizes them. And now they've got all of this expenditures, and they're not making no money. I monetize. Like, there's people out there who've got millions of subscribers. 1 million, 2 million, 5 million. There's people out there who got millions of subscribers, but they're demonetized. So it doesn't matter how much content they create, they're not making no money off of it. Now, I want you to think about my method. Scrooge McDuck always said, he said, work smarter, not harder. Here I am, and I've said this before a long time ago. I'm making videos on my phone. My phone was about $1,700 with tax. I spent $1,700 to buy the phone, and the phone paid itself back just with my Passport Bros content alone. My Passport Bros content alone made me the money to pay back the cost of the phone. Just think about that. Now these people got millions of subscribers. I'm fighting to get to just 100,000. These people got millions of subscribers and they're demonetized. I'm not going to name no names. I'm not going to name no names. But that's my point. You put less effort into it and you get more money out of it. That's called efficiency as far as I'm concerned. I know it's not the textbook definition from physics of efficiency, but I put less effort in and pull more money out of that bank account. So, first of all, what's today? Today is, let me look at my watch. Today is the 15th. We YouTubers, we get paid on the 21st. I assume everybody gets paid on the same day by AdSense. We get paid on the 21st. I'm making videos on my phone and I'm getting paid for it. And these people, they got whole studios. They got these people act like they Steven Spielberg. And they got demonetized. And then they keep on applying for monetization. And YouTube ain't having it. Because they say, yeah, you said the wrong thing, you're gone. So the bottom line is, I've taken most of that YouTube money, I'll say about 80% of the YouTube money that I've made, and then I put it into the stock market. So I made more money, more money, more money. Do y'all understand the logic here? I know it's a simple logic, but the bottom line is, just like Lucky Lopez, he just made a video complaining. He says automotive YouTube is dead. I've been saying that for at least 2 years. I was saying once SRT goes away and there's no more SRT and Stellantis kills them, I was like, yeah, automotive YouTube is dead. So now these automotive YouTubers, these people who tried to build channels by buying a Hellcat or trying to build channels by flexing their cars and upgrading every time something new came out, they can't even do that anymore because there's nothing exciting out. Everything's electric vehicles now. Now, I just got way off point. As far as iPhone goes, my iPhone has made me so much money that if I told you how much money I made, you'd say I was lying. So I'm not even going to bother. I'll just let my, stuff that I buy speak for itself. Like the fact that I have a house and I'm looking at my ceiling fan right now. And I have a stock portfolio that's huge, and then I have a smaller stock portfolio. And then I got this electric Cadillac sitting outside. I'll let the videos of the business class vacations where I'm sipping sake at 30,000 feet, I'll let that speak for itself. But the bottom line is, my iPhone makes me money. I spend the money to buy iPhone, and it makes me money. Now, I specifically like iPhone because it does everything I need it to do. In one hand, I can basically control everything I need it to control. Just one hand. Apple's memory system, it's called NAND flash, NAND. Their flash system is superior to any memory card in any one of these other phones. I don't want these other. I've tested these other phones. I've showed you I get free samples of stuff from these companies. I haven't gotten a free sample phone, but I get free samples of accessories like this girl in the video is complaining about. All of this stuff is made in China. They can package anything they want in their boxes, and it doesn't cost them much money because their cost of labor is cheap and there's no tariffs on their products. Now, Apple said, okay, we're going to drop charges. We're going to drop USB cables because of the fact that it's hurting the earth because, you already got this stuff and you're wasting it. Okay, fine. I don't need all that. I've got all types of I got a drawer full of USB-C chargers. I got a drawer full of, and I've showed you the videos and I've showed you the pictures. I've got GAN chargers, 100-watt GAN chargers. It's like, if they don't give me one of the chargers that's more powerful than my charger, then there's no point in you giving me a charger. And I think they calculated that and they were right. So, I'm running out of time. It's 10 minutes already. So it looks like I'm going to have to extend this video a little bit. But anyway, all I'm saying is that Apple iPhone does things that no other phone does. Now, people always could, oh yeah, Android outsells iPhone. Yeah, well, that's because you have like 30,000 different Android phones, but there's only one iPhone. All of them Android phones run Android, right? iPhone runs iOS. iOS is on iPad, iPhone, and whatever else they make that runs iOS. And the simple fact is, iOS is a superior system. It's simple, and that's the key. Like it's not highly technical. A lot of the features that are in it are made as simple as possible, and that's the main selling point. In one hand, even while I'm doing something else, it's very easy to do everything I want to do with this iPhone. Android, for the most part, when I look at people, because you can almost tell, it's to the point where you can tell what kind of phone somebody has simply by the way they're holding it. I have my iPhone in my right hand, and I'm able to do just about everything I need to do on my thumb. One thumb. When you see somebody with an Android, they usually have two hands holding the shit, and it's like they got to type with like both hands. Now I know it's possible to do it with one hand, but I've used like I have a uncle who has an Android phone, and he refuses to go to Apple. Okay, fine. When I've used his phone, and he always has the brand newest phone because his wife gets discounts on these phones, and I'm like, yeah, I hate using this thing. Like I use it, and I look at it, I test it. I was like, I hate using this thing. Then I've seen these folding phones, and these things, as far as I'm concerned, they're trash. Like these folding phones, it feels like there's a piece of plastic film in the middle. Glass don't fold. I want my phone to have hard glass. I don't need it to fold. I have an iPad. If I want to use my iPad mini, first of all, I keep my iPad in my bathroom. When I go in my bathroom and I'm in the shower, my iPad mini is connected to a Bluetooth stereo, and I just tell it what I want to listen to, and then I just listen to it. I don't need a fucking folding iPad in my pocket. I don't need that. I don't like having very large devices. I want something that's so small and so simple to use that I can just keep it in a shirt pocket, pull it out, use it, and then just put it back. When I go to these car shows, when I go to anything, and I'm recording this stuff, when I went to Singapore, when I went to Bali, here this iPhone, this thing is basically waterproof for the most part, and I'm recording video in the pool water or in the beach. And even if it gets wet, I don't even have to worry about it. Because when I was in Seychelles, water got into my iPhone 6, and that phone was not waterproof, and that shit shorted out. And I lost that phone because it shorted out. Now, my iPhone 12 and my iPhone, what was it, even the 8, the 9, or, well, they skipped 9, but the 10S Max and the X, because they changed it to X and XS, X and XS. And ever since then, these things have been waterproof. I never have to worry. I go to the beach, no problem. I can record video at the beach, in the water. I don't have to worry about nothing. I'm not walking around with a big-ass DSLR camera. I'm not walking around with a freaking Sony big-ass video camcorder. I'm not walking around with any of that stuff. Apple has put a 4K, and now with the new one, it's like 120 frames per second. They put a 4K camera that can do 120 frames per second. These people are, oh yeah, well the screen isn't 120 frames per second. I don't care. And the reason why is very simple. It's that, first of all, the human eye, for the most part, once you go beyond like 60 frames per second, the human eye, yeah, you can see more sharper and sharper and sharper, but for the most part, there's not that much benefit when you compare it to how much battery power it uses. So I don't see the need for it. Now, when Apple does make a battery strong enough, and they do make a processor fast enough, and they do make hardware good enough to give us everything that all these Android phones are flaunting, but they do it in a way where it's more energy efficient, and they do it in a way where I don't lose battery life, fine, I'll accept it. But for right now, the only thing on my mind is storage. I have a lot of photos on my phone. I have like over 25,000 photos on my phone. I don't even have a lot of music on my phone. I have less than 30 gigabytes of music on my phone. The whole rest of that storage is devoted to making videos. and storing video clips just in case I need them because I want to sew them in later on. So the bottom line is I skipped iPhone 16 simply because they didn't give us the 2 terabyte storage option. They want you to use iCloud, but the problem is iMovie does not pull in live real time. It doesn't pull from iCloud. Whatever video clips you have to be physically on the storage device. So if I want to make video and I want to finalize those videos, that all that stuff has to be on the phone. And that's it. So that's what I said I want. And when Apple produces it, that's when I'll buy it. So guess what? I've got iPhone 14 Pro Max 1 terabyte. I skipped iPhone 15 and I'm skipping iPhone 16. When those phones come out, yeah, I'll go to the store and I'll look at them, but I'm not buying them. It's just that simple because they didn't give me the storage I want yet. Will they give us the storage? Absolutely they will, because eventually they're going to have no choice. And I think that is a huge mistake that they're making. Of all the things I could say, and that's where I'm going to end, people talking about innovation. Well, right now, I don't see innovation that much from Apple, and I also don't see innovation from Android. I don't see... If you think a folding phone is innovation, then there's something wrong with you. That's not innovative. All they've done is they've created problems that now you've got to solve. This folding plexiglass, whatever the shit is, it's like, it doesn't look right. It starts to crease. It starts to have color imperfections. And they have to warranty these things. And first of all, another thing, those phones cost more than my iPhone did. A lot of those phones are $2,000 and over. So the thing about it is, it's like, I don't need that. I don't want that. If I wanted that, I'd buy that. It's just that simple. I don't want it. And because it doesn't run iOS, I don't want it that much more. I don't want it. But they've created a lot of problems in making stuff like this, and now they're leaving it to the next Android manufacturer to try to solve them. I think what they've done is they've looked at the consumer data, and they've probably said, you know what? When we bring these phones out, a lot of people are going to say, yeah, my old phone is just fine. I'm not going to buy. So putting that little camera button on the 16, that's not enough to get me to go out and buy the 16. When they make the 17, however, and they do what I'm telling them that they need to do and put more storage onto the 17, and now they got the camera button, I'll benefit even more down the road. In fact, by that time, they may have figured out a way to work out the FaceTime camera and make it invisible and under the glass. Who knows? But the bottom line is, if you don't give me exactly what I want when I want it, I'm just not going to buy it. And that's just that simple. So let's just, and I'll be perfectly honest, the 17? I was thinking, I'll say this because, I wasn't going to make this long. I was thinking about buying the Apple AirPod Pro 3rd generation. But when I watched this show, the Apple event, they come out talking about, oh yeah, well, Apple AirPod Pro 2, we're turning the shit into a hearing aid. And I was like, well, I'm not going to buy that. I'll wait until AirPod 3 comes out. And it's just that simple. So until they make exactly what I want, I'm not going to spend that $2,000 on a new iPhone plus the AirPod 3. Now, do I have the money? Absolutely. I've showed you I have Apple Card, right? A lot of us have Apple Card. In fact, I convinced some of you to go get the Apple Card or to at least apply for it. I still got my 850 credit score. My Apple Card has a limit of $15,000 on it. If I want to buy whatever they got, I can get whatever they got and finance that shit. I think it's like 0% interest or something for like a long time or whatever. And all you do is make the monthly payments. Oh yeah, I could go right there and pick it up if they had it right now, but they ain't got it. So I'm comfortable with what I have right now. My iPhone 14 1 terabyte is okay. My Apple Watch Ultra 2, which they also didn't upgrade. There's no Ultra 3. I think the only thing they did was they made it black. I'm comfortable enough with my watch being silver or titanium or whatever. As far as earbuds, as you saw in the video that I made last, Litme sent me a free sample of over-the-ear earbuds. I also prefer to use my dime blacks. Those are $25, not $250 like the AirPod 2s or whatever. No, my headphones that I love to use are $25. And I got a free sample of these Litmes, and I also still have a free sample from Kotek that I made a video, the BHT01s. And I didn't have to pay for any of that because, once again, my iPhone that I make my videos off of caught the eye of some of these vendors, and the vendors wanted to use my channel to boost their product. So when I have other products right now that I still have to review. In the mail, there's a 65 watt charger that's coming, and I have to get it, and I have to make video reviews about it. So I'm getting a lot of these accessories that she's complaining about in this video at the beginning, and I'm not even paying for this stuff. See, that's the whole thing. People complain a lot about rich people. People want to give them things just so that they'll show them off and convince other people to buy. It's just like your favorite celebrity. Your favorite celebrity, a lot of times, companies will give them cars just because they want that celebrity to be seen in their car. Like when you see the Super Bowl, Cadillac used to give out Escalades to the MVP. They used to give out XLRs, the Corvette Cadillac. They would give those cars out just so the people who owned them would be seen in them. They didn't have to pay for those cars. All they had to do was like buy it, the taxes and the maintenance, and that was it. They didn't have to buy the car. And that's the whole point. It's just like your celebrities and these rappers and shit with the jewelry. All that shit is fake. And if it's not fake, it's rented. Most of these celebrities, they pose with this stuff. Versace wants them to be seen wearing something. Then they invite them for a photo shoot. They come to the photo shoot. Now you think that they own it. It's like, no, they didn't pay for it. It was given to them. And that's how it works. So that's one of the benefits, actually, of being on YouTube. The other one is, as I've spoken, the tax benefit. I claim 1099 because I'm a video journalist. My iPhone makes me money. My iPhone makes me a tax discount. But see, I can't tell people nothing because young people, it's like everybody just want to argue, oh, Apple's not innovative. Who cares? They're refining their product. I don't know how long that the camera bump on the back is going to look the way it does. I don't know how long it's going to be until they change the way that looks. I have no idea. But the bottom line is, at this point, the name of the game is refinement, not innovation. I think it's going to be a while before they really, really do innovation. And whatever innovation you see is most likely going to be software innovation, because there's only so much space that these cameras have. There's only so much zoom that a camera can do, a smartphone camera. There's only so much space that these cameras have. These camera apertures are taking over the whole backside of these smartphones. So unless you really just want to walk around with a big-ass camera that has the ability to make phone calls, then, at a certain point, there has to be a balance. So when Apple decides to change the way the back of these phones look, like with that camera bump, then they'll do it. I don't know when that'll be, but for the time being, I'm satisfied with the product as it is, and I like the fact that the CPUs get faster, the memory gets better, and then the storage gets larger. I'm satisfied with that. So that's all I had to say. I guess, I ran over a little bit. I thought 10 minutes would be enough, but apparently it wasn't.
The iPhone 3GS, because this is the most powerful, fastest iPhone we've ever made.
We're introducing iPhone 4. This is, beyond a doubt, the most precise thing, one of the most beautiful things we've ever made. Today, we're going to introduce iPhone 5. It is the most beautiful product we have ever made, bar none. This is iPhone 5S. The team has carefully considered every detail to make this the most beautiful phone ever made. These are the new iPhones, the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus. They are, without a doubt, the best iPhones we've ever done. Introducing the iPhone 6S and the iPhone 6S Plus. The iPhones you are about to see are the most advanced iPhones ever. This is iPhone 7. It's the best iPhone that we have ever created. quality video capture ever in a smartphone. This is the most powerful and smartest chip ever in a smartphone. This glass is the most durable ever in a smartphone. This is iPhone 10. It is the biggest leap forward since the original iPhone. This is iPhone 10s. It is the most advanced iPhone we've ever created.
The iPhone 11 Pro, and these are the most powerful and most advanced iPhones that we have ever built in a stunning new design.
This is iPhone 12 Pro, the largest display we've ever shipped in an iPhone. iPhone 13 Pro, these are the best iPhones we've ever created.
iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max, the best iPhones we've ever created. And iPhone 15 Pro, these are the best and most capable iPhones we've ever made.
And iPhone 16 Pro, the most advanced iPhone we've ever made.
To be continued.